Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It is time. Let's go. How are we? 30 minutes to go to WWDC. This is exciting. It's as exciting as it gets through the year, let's be honest. Especially this year, as it looks like we're getting some hardware, which is the best. So we're going to just chuck this onto Do Not Disturb over here, so we don't get any extra noisy bits going on. We'll do that one, and we'll turn the sound off on there. So yeah, how is everyone? How is the audio? How's it all going? Hey Megan, hey Christopher, hey Soldier Man Chira, hey Yuri Tech, hey Hun. How are we all? Are we good? Has anyone seen the pictures of Dub Dub and what's going on at Apple Park? Oh my word, there's a lot of people there. They have not just invited a few people. I mean, honestly, it looks like there's a lot more people there than there were at Trump's inauguration. Let's put it that way, but it's not saying a huge amount. But yeah, I mean, pretty crazy in terms of the number of people that they've got there. They've got seats all over the place. They've got some indoors, which looks like it's in Cafe Max. They've got some more that are outside, not in Cafe Max, but like in the sort of central area of Apple Park. Hey Eugene, hello from Chicago. How you doing? Call you Solomon. Okie dokie. Solomon it is. Solomon. Cool. We're there. Video and audio is great. That's great. Fabulous. Sigmund Judge, welcome, sir. Afternoon with coffee and donuts. Well, I've got my coffee. archivedave.com/merch. Obviously, it would be wrong of me to drink coffee from anything else. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of people over there. It's they've sent. I know that Mr. Who's the Boss is there, and he very rarely goes to any of this sort of stuff. There's some people inside the developer center to watch. There's some people inside Cafe Max. There's some huge stuff going on. They've got big screens set up on the lawn. They've got massive screens set up across Cafe Max. They've brought a lot of developers to see this, and a whole bunch of the media as well, it looks like. I think Rene Ritchie is there. I know that Sam from iUpdate is there, because he has not stopped posting pictures of it today, and neither would I if I was there. So I can't blame you, Sam. Happy days to you. Apple have got drones in the air at WWDC, so there will definitely be some sort of footage, I think, of the event. So we'll see what it looks like from the air. I think that's what we'll be seeing. What looks lumpy, Christopher? It's not lumpy coffee. It's just got bubbles on the top, and that's just because it's... there we go. It's just bubbles on top because it's instant, because I don't have a good setup for making coffee here. I have my really good coffee when I go to work. That's how life is. And then when I come back home, come back home and drink the functional, very cheap Insta coffee. But it works. It does the job. Right, let's see who else we've got here. We've got Daisy in the Rain. We've got Tim Beaton is here. Bonsoir. How are you? Vovlol, who I think we had at one of the previous live streams that we were answering some questions. Excellent stuff. Giant Man Tech. Greetings again. Chances of a one more thing. If they were going to do a one more thing today, guys, I think that would have to be something AR related. Thank you very much, Evan. Happy Dub Dub Day. Indeed it is. Tim sadly suspects there will be no hardware that we'll be interested in. What are you interested in? From memory, I think you're a sound guy, like an audio editor or audio producer. So we might well be seeing Mac Pro. Whether we'll be seeing it available to buy or not is another matter. But I think Mac Pro will at least make an appearance, and that would be pretty good. Still looking at a Studio Mac, but here in France, at least 6-week wait. Yeah, it's massive waits everywhere right now. That's one of the crazy things. But Apple Store is down. That means new stuff is coming. Do not believe the people that have said no hardware. I know we were burnt last year with where's me MacBooks after the event, but I think we will be having some stuff. What if... Here we go. What have we got here? I hope you get a new M2 MacBook Air for yourself. Yep. Me too. Me too. And ideally, I would like purple, but from the sounds of things, like the rumours that we've had, and if you weren't here early, we were sort of discussing this. Mark Gurman was saying we'd be getting the silver, the space grey, and gold of some sort again, but more like a champagne gold. And then also just like one random blue one, which is either like iPhone Pro colours. Oh, Christopher, thank you so much. £10 for the coffee machine fund. Appreciate it. I have got my eye on something, but we'll reveal that if and when. But we will see. What else have we got? Oh, Evan Rogers M2 now making you sad because it confirms no 3nm until late 2023. Yeah, but let's get it when it works and not when we're going to have issues with it, eh? Yeah, we've seen that they're going to have these 3 colours and then a blue, perhaps. I think there might be some crossed wires here. Maybe we've got the 3 colours for the base MacBook, and then we're potentially going to be getting the colours for the MacBook Air. Let's see what else we've got here. Tim, please wait for the XDR 32-inch display, but not the normal one. We're getting a new display with 120Hz. I don't think we're going to see 120Hz on an external display from Apple because with the high resolutions that they do, it's not really possible with what we currently have. However, what I would say is I don't think we'll be seeing the XDR version either. I know there's a few people, I think Saran was saying that potentially they could do the XDR one, like the mini LED, and announce it now and then wait until the Mac Pro comes out, but that's going to be 27 inches as well, and I think, to be honest, that would just cannibalise the sales of the current Studio display too much. I don't think that would make any sense. Apple doesn't mind cannibalising their products when there's one ready to come, but there's no point in announcing it and then not having it appear. Solomon, Thunderbolt 4, no, it doesn't have enough bandwidth to do 5K at 120, as far as I'm aware. That's what I've been told. Because I think the bandwidth is symmetrical, so you've only got one side in each direction. Dave's biggest, boldest prediction. I mean, Apple Glass would be not Apple Glass, but Apple Vision or Reality. Apple Reality, I think we're going to call it, won't we? I think that's the most likely big reveal if we were going to have a big one. Sharon, thank you so much. Tim Beaton, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I think if we were going to have a big reveal, it would have to be something around AR VR. Apple has showed the headset apparently to their board of directors in the past couple of weeks, which makes the most sense in the world for us to be, that's what we're likely to be seeing them doing. Now, I just want to point out, guys, that we will not be putting the stream live on this broadcast, but I believe that this is the link for Apple's stream, which I will put up here into the pinned comments. So please have it in another tab, have it in another window or whatever. There is a reason I'm wearing one AirPod, and that is because I'm going to be watching it on my iPad. Much easier to take screenshots if I need them and then throw them over to the Mac so that we can do stuff later. But yes, we won't be putting it up on the screen because then Apple will hit us with copyright notices, and we don't want that. We don't want to be getting the stream taken down for that reason. So that's what we'll be doing. Apple tomorrow finally has a Discord server. Yeah, I saw he was mentioning that earlier. I haven't seen him actually launch it yet, but maybe he has now. I do get notifications for most of his stuff. Let's have a quick look. So Apple tomorrow, if you don't know, is the guy that does the vast majority of our render stuff that we used. Well, let's see. Has he actually got it up and running now? I mean, I could definitely go for a dark blue MacBook Air, but many colours would be much better. I don't know where he's got that idea from, though. There doesn't seem to be any real sourcing for, yeah, they're just going to do blue. That kind of seems a bit weird. Oh, Apple Stream is up now. Right, let's get this on over here. I have got an iPad that should be doing something. It's not live. It's not live on YouTube yet. Let's go to apple.com. Oh, actually, it'll be in the TV app, wouldn't it? That'll be better. Surely they're going to put it in the top of the TV app. Originals? No. Why would they not have put it in here? Anyone know how to see it in Apple TV app? You would have thought they'd make this easy. Nope, doesn't want to play. So, apple.com it is. Okay. So where is this stream up? Because I can't seem to get it anywhere. If I miss WWDC, this is terrible. A few rows down. Right, let's have a quick look. Have a look. It's in the Watch Now section. Why would they put it a few rows down? I've got it. Thank you so much. Ta-da! This is all you're getting on screen. There we go. Now, you see, we still have all these colours coming through. I like this. I like this. So we are seeing a lot of glow from... so make sure, guys, that you can now join in and watch this along with us. As I say, I won't be putting the audio through here. I won't be putting any of that stuff through. But right now, we've got all of those colours that we were seeing on the earlier stuff coming through. It looks a bit like the opening from Daredevil, I'll be honest. Struggle bus this morning for Mr. Cave. Yes, it is. It's awful. It's hard to be me. trying to do this at the same time as talking to you guys and not just sitting here silently. Difficult. I was wondering, though, if we're going to see the iMac get updated to M2 as well, with the same body, the same colours, and just M2 replacing M1 in there. That wouldn't make too much of an impact, I wouldn't have thought. I don't think that would be too hard for them to do. Just switch out the boards. Don Bullock, Tech iHound rather, is watching on your TV. Very, very good. Oh, and recording on your iPad. Yeah, all of this stuff always looks great, doesn't it, before the events? Now, I'm expecting, because it does look like Apple has got drones up in the air around Apple Park, so that they can actually put some of this stuff, so that they can basically do some kind of live stuff into this as well, which I think will be good. I think we're going to see a bit of what it looks like at Apple Park today. I do think we're maybe going to get a bit of an introduction from Mr. Cook. I think that's quite likely. I think he'll be on a stage somewhere, and then that'll be broadcast onto the screens around the rest of Apple Park. And then he'll sort of introduce the thing, and then it'll go to the pre-recorded, and it'll be very sort of chilled. But they'll probably mix in some of the sound of people cheering and stuff, I would guess. Iron Man Tech, maybe we'll get black bezels on the colourful 24-inch iMac. Nope, absolutely not. In fact, I'm still pretty hopeful that we actually get white bezels on the MacBook Air. I really like the white bezel thing. I don't care. I think it looks good. So if you're looking to get to Apple's website to actually watch this, you want to just go to apple.com, and it's on the front page. So if you want to get to the one that's already going. Tim Beaton drinking game? Absolutely not, my friend. I've got a lot of work to do tonight. And I'm going to watch the State of the Union as well. Don't think we'll be streaming that, but... let's see what's going on. If anyone has got access, because I've got my apple.com on a different device, if you can drop in the link to where the video is for Derek, that would be great. Thank you so much. But yes, I mean, these things look all very nice, and there's a little bit of color animation going on at the moment. But I'd really like to see something cool. What's with all the curved 3D shapes in the pre-roll? I mean, is it the faces? This could be like, this could be avatars. Yeah, I don't think it's evoking the shape of the headset itself. I think it's maybe avatar shapes, something like that. Faces. Maybe that's more what those Memoji faces were for. You got it, Derek? Excellent. Good job. Now, there's 49 of us watching this at the moment, so I think more than 16 likes would be awesome. If you don't mind, just press the little button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes me smile. Han reminds me a bit of the Sony reveal of the PS5 with all the smooth animations. Iron Man type, no black bezels is not likely to happen. Would look nice, though, with the colourful chin. I think you'd have to go darker with the chins, though, and then you're going to get some eye fatigue from those colours. The whole point of having those pastel colours with the white is that it actually reduces that. Applebee's, sup Dave? All good, man. I'm just, quite excited. There's a bit of an event thing going on today that we're going to watch. Feel free to hang around and watch it with us, but you will need your own stream of the Apple bit. We're not putting that in. Evan Rogers, does Apple need to release hardware in order to make this a successful event? Absolutely not. It just depends what else they do. But you know what it could be, MacBook getting RGB bezels. I mean, I can't see that they're going to go full RGB with the colour changing, but it'd be grand if they did. I wouldn't be upset by it. Hello, Brighton. Hi, Ivan Overton. Very nice to meet you, sir. Brighton, nice today. Very good. Jason James, hi Dave, been watching your videos since I first discovered you after the M1 came out in 2020. Oh, well, very nice. Thank you so much for being here. Megan, oh my god, no RGB. Well, the thing is, the worst case scenario, if there's RGB, you put it on the colour you want and you leave it there. There's RGB all around this office, but it's used subtly. You don't have to have it changing colours all the time for it to be RGB. It just means that you've got the options when you need to, which I think is fine. Just going to bring that camera down a little bit. Are we taking bets still on whether RealityOS will be revealed? I think there's got to be some talk about it. The music has just changed quite dramatically in the stream. I've got to say the images now look like kind of sand dunes or something. It's very interesting what they're doing at the moment. Roll call for the notification squad. Very good point. Who's in the notification squad? If you haven't hit the notification bell just yet, really appreciate it. We may well be doing some more live streams during the week, including maybe another one tonight. You don't know yet. I tell you what, Evan, I don't know why we're getting this music, but I'm fine with it. Tyson, M2 MacBook Air. I do think so. I do think we're going to be seeing M2 MacBook Airs. I think it's going to happen. And I've always been the optimistic one. I understand this. I was saying MacBook Pros this time last year. They might not have happened. Still don't think we're getting USB-C on iPhones, I'll be honest. Rico the MLG Pro is here. How you doing, Rico? Good to see you. G-Photo, big smile, please, just liked. Thank you. Yeah, this music has got a little bit more aggressive, hasn't it? A bit more kind of like, it's definitely there now. It's not just like background. We've moved out of the elevator and into Apple Park, I think. So I'm going to have a quick look on Twitter as well and see if there's any anyone posting like live pictures from what's going on over there. I do like the way they've done the artwork for this year. And this new WWDC logo that we've had, which is the dark with the edge lighting, looks really good. Didn't expect it. It's not in line with the other stuff, but it does suggest to me, it does look a bit kind of gaming. Maybe we are going to see some gaming stuff. I don't think we'll ever see dedicated gaming hardware unless it is controllers. I think we might see those controllers that we've seen the patents for. But other than that, maybe frameworks that are more around bringing games over that are PC-based and coming over to the Mac. That could well be something that happens because there's such a difficulty for people to get hold of good gaming hardware for the PC side right now. And I know it's easing up a little bit, but I do think that Apple Silicon, because it's got the power without using so much power, that there is actually a really good chance that Apple Silicon could make a dent now, which is stunning. It's not something that we've been used to at all. I do want to let you know as well, guys, that during the live stream itself, while Apple's doing it, I will be talking through bits. It will be very much odd reactions, though. I'm not going to be like commentating through the whole thing because I want to listen to it as much as you guys do. And also, I've got the kids here, my wife's out, so I will have to duck in and out a little bit. So I've got a little break set up, which will look like this. And that will cut my mic as well so that you don't, hear children screaming from other rooms. I mean, I'll try to keep them safe. So, let's see. Rico, the MLG Pro, is hoping for the Mac Pro. I actually live pretty close to the assembly plant. Oh, is that Texas, I want to say? Tim Beaton would love to see the new Pro, but won't be buying one. I mean, they're expensive. Or they have been in the past. Let's see what happens with Apple Silicon. I can't imagine they're going to get much cheaper, but who knows. Brian Tong posted a couple of short videos of himself inside Apple Park. That's pretty cool. Thank you for that, Apple Biz. I mean, I can't wait to see the videos that some of these other YouTubers have been able to make over there. I kind of regret not applying now, because it looks like anyone that applied basically got in. The fact they let Sam Cole in, even though he's friends with John Prosser. Unbelievable. Tyson, I've been needing a new MacBook since last year. MacBook Pro or Max was out of the budget. M2 MacBook Air was rumoured to be released during the spring event, but it did not. Really hope it will be released today. You and me both, my friend. Could the graphics going on right now be the AI headset? This is Ivan. It's possible. I mean, there's no reason that it couldn't be. There's certainly that red that we keep seeing definitely looks like a nose and like an upper lip. It looks a bit like an avatar to me. That's what I keep seeing. Ron Matson, I'm looking for that knock your socks off feature that will make me want to ditch my M1. Without that, I'm disappointed. I don't think you're going to get any huge new features. The one thing that has been mentioned a few times is potentially ray tracing coming to the next version of Apple Silicon. Improvements to graphics, that's going to be the biggest thing with M2 versus M1, up to 50% faster graphics we're expecting. And bear in mind that last time when we were expecting the first M1, Luke Miani's predictions were within about 2% of the actual numbers that we got. Let's see what else we got here. Jason James, Dave, do you think the MacBook Pro M2 will come this spring or fall? If you're talking about M2 Pro and M2 Max, I think we're probably going to be looking towards, I would love to say in the fall, and then in the spring we get the next Studio, and then we can move on to M3 and we can get into that annual update cycle, which makes sense because we've got A15, A16, A17. The cores are being updated every year anyway. This is what I've been saying right from the start, and I think Apple has just really struggled to get the ball rolling in terms of the new design work coming through and the new industrial design because of the issues that we've had. So I think that's probably what's most likely. Most likely is probably M2 Pro and Max next spring. But I would love to see it this fall, because then it would almost feel like we're moving into that annual update cycle, and the M1 was the outlier just because it took so long to get onto the next ones. Tim Beaton, even at $5,000, that would be too much for me by a long way. Can't argue with that, to be honest, mate. It's a lot of money. 4,000 is sort of the starting point for an M1 Ultra. 5,000 if you want it with a Max, so it might actually be closer to 8. But whether they even show pricing today is another matter. That might be something that we're speculating on for the next few months. iJustine is also in Apple Park. She certainly is. She was flying over Mr. Who's the Boss from over here in the UK. Sam Cole is getting kicked out as soon as they realise who it is. Well, I'm sure Apple isn't that dumb. They know who they're talking about. I don't think they have any problems like on a massive scale with him. David Stevenson, you're expecting something that makes the new and great M1 obsolete. You are going to be disappointed. It's a very fair point. I think it's not going to be obsolete, but there certainly could be some features. And I think it's more about the hardware with the M1 Airs, where we're likely to get the better cameras, the better displays. I think it's going to be mini LED, but not ProMotion. That would be my best guess. It's going to be 13.6 inches instead of 13.3, which basically means pushing out into those bezels, which means we will probably get the notch. That just makes the most sense. Probably the 1080p camera, and probably not center stage, because it seems like putting that in something so thin is pretty difficult at the minute. but we will see. Tim Beaton graphics just look like a 3D rendered surface. Yep, I agree. Werner Weiss, welcome back, sir. Apple investing more than before for game development, for example, macOS Blender support. Yeah, Apple have put a lot of work into the Blender project, and they're doing a lot of support in terms of things like metal support, getting metal into the Blender render engine, which will be very good. How long have we got to go? About 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes. Do we need to have a klaxon when it's about time? So, I hope we get a fully modular Mac Pro. If Apple can beat x86 at power and graphics and be truly expandable, even haters like Linus Tech Tips will have to pay attention. I don't see it happening. They might be, might be upgradable storage. I don't see upgradable memory, and the main reason for that is that unified memory architecture. The speed of that is what makes Apple Silicon so special right now. So I think we're going to be disappointed if we want it to be fully expandable like that, but there may be an opportunity where you can plug in additional boards with more M-series chips. So we could essentially get a motherboard that just accepts SoC cards, if you like. That would be my ideal in terms of modularity. So you could basically add a 128 gigabyte card with an M1 Extreme on it, potentially, and then everything kind of just adds on like that. That would be, I think, the best way, kind of like the G5 Power Max, where you could basically have multiple SoCs in there, multiple processor chips. So not just a dual core processor, but dual processors. That might be the way that they do it. That was what I was thinking right at the beginning. Just put more of the chips in. So, Christopher Gavin, anyone else gonna hate whatever they talk about first, like a new service or sustainability efforts, or are we just gonna get to the good stuff? I think they've got a lot to talk about today, so I don't think they're gonna talk for too long about it. I wonder if they're going to touch on gun control, though, because if we got Tim Cook there, he loves to have a word about something very current or relevant, or maybe even Ukraine. Let's see. Bit of controversy always gets them a few more views, I guess, so there we go. It's getting very warm in this room already. Awkward. And we are having pizza later. Probably not on the stream, but later tonight. Because Domino's just sent me a thing, $6.99 for any pizza delivered. Happy days. It's starting. Solomon says it's starting, but I'm not seeing anything, and it's still 5:59. But I'm very excited. Pride, if anything. Hashtag Apple Gun. I don't think they're going to be launching a gun today. I think it's probably just going to be an SDK for that. Also, with Apple, it would be Gun Command, I guess, rather than Control. Good morning. Oh, the music's changed. Everyone get excited. Make sure you've got your actual Apple stream up, because I ain't showing it. We've gone back to the red again. Okay, I'm sure I have some sort of a delay on this as well, so you might see stuff before me. I'm going to pull Twitter over onto my main display as well, so I can try and keep up. In fact, do you know what? We're going to go to TweetDeck, because that's just a better way of doing this. Has Tim turned up and said good morning now? Because I'm not seeing that at all. I'm going to get mad at people. It definitely says live. Right, TweetDeck is in the house. Okay, here we go. We got the emoji. This is where I go quiet. Enjoy the show, guys. He's just getting me being excited now. Oh, the logo's turned into Apple Park. Or Iron Man's arc reactor. No, it's Apple Park. So we're seeing some drone footage. Are they going to cut in some live stuff of the crowds there? I do hope so. Are we going to go in the rainbow? No. Maybe we're not getting any live elements. Oh, this is a bit sad. I thought we were going to get a live hello. Good morning. It's bonkers they made such a huge treadmill for him. The whole building just rotates so he can stay in the same place. Tim's concealed carrying on his left leg. He did grow up in Alabama. Megan, you're right. The window cleaner has a hell of a job on their hands there. Blame Johnny. I think Tim Beaton is playing a poker game with Tim. Wow, 34 million people want to get the software early. Also, hi, Sean. Oh, Craig's first up. Are we going to get some dad jokes? And he's in Steve Jobs Theatre? Or are we just going past? Oh no, we're going in. Someone in the VFX department is having a lot of fun here. That is still such a cool room. Getting straight into it. I would say the times looked a little bit smaller on the top of the iOS version there. It looked pretty skinny. Yes. Ooh. Didn't expect this to be straight up. But is it just me, or do those top bar notifications look smaller. Maybe not. Bear in mind this won't be the always on stuff, because that would be purely for the iPhone 14. Oh, you know what we were saying about customizing your look of your iPhone? You can change your fonts, you can change your... Okay. Expect a lot of stuff that you can change now. This is based on complications for the Apple Watch, right? It's basically an Apple Watch screen on the front of your iPhone, including those portrait mode images, so you can go in front of the time. Okay, I like this a lot. Theme kit, it looks like. As long as we don't get Comic Sans. Be right back. And I'm back. So is it just me, or does this look a lot like complications from Apple Watch? Oop. I'm over here. Not anymore. Fixed it. Okay, so I'm a fan with this. I never follow the score of a basketball game. Just FYI. Sneezed, sorry. I like that with pinning the Uber. That's a good one. Hey Phil, how are you? Yep, these seem pretty awesome. Big and happy with this. Tim beaten test scores. What's that? If you're talking about cricket, we're going to have a falling out. This is cool. Gets rid of all those inappropriate pictures at work. Half man, half tech. Are you going to live your life on a beta? I normally go for the public betas, not the developer ones, because they tend to be stable enough. But I will probably hold off a couple of days, and that will be more to make sure that things are going to be stable, because I use the Mac and my iPhone to make this show every day. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim. You can enjoy your cricket if you want. What you do in the privacy of your own cricket pitch is up to you. Now, this looks awesome. I'm really happy with the way this is looking. Are you paying attention, Twitter? This is good. We like this. Public beta should be around beta 4. I think it's beta 3 this time, is what we're hearing. It's normally beta 2. Undo send. I like it. All of this is good. And Twitter just needs to copy it. That's all they need to do. Just copy it. I've got a feeling undo send will probably only work with messages and not with SMS. So if you're sending it to an Android, probably not. Just FYI. Has someone remembered SharePlay? You remember SharePlay? Hands up in the chat if you've ever used SharePlay. I haven't. Oh, listening to bedtime stories. That's cute. Good updates on messages as long as they actually happen straight away. SharePlay and messages. I don't speak to them on purpose, but sometimes someone will have one you don't know, do you, straight away? Tim Beaton's got no one to share with. Oh, you need someone to watch the cricket with. Is there anyone in the chat that would like to watch the cricket with Tim? On SharePlay. Dictation, right, let's see what we've got here. So if I can dictate... So can Final Cut use the dictation engine to give me subtitles. That would be useful. I mean, that doesn't seem like a huge thing that it would stay open. Evan, Apple knows because it has to go to the server to do the dictation at the moment. That they're saying that it's staying on device next. I think. How many emojis do you know the proper name for? Yeah, it looks like Neural Engine helping out with this. Live text, that was one of the big things that was really helpful last year. And I guess this dictation actually fits in with what was also happening with the live captions that they've been talking about for FaceTime for accessibility. Tim, thank you for the poop emoji. We know that one. Okay, that was code samples. Thought we were seeing Xcode on iOS for a minute. That's pretty awesome. That's really helpful. Does Orange PC still exist? I don't know what that is, Junior C. Let me know. Give me more deets. That... what? Did you just see what they did to the dog then? The amount of time I spent cutting stuff out, and he just pulled the dog out of a picture as a PNG and just dropped. Sorry, Adobe, we don't need Photoshop anymore. Don't need it. Sorry, all done. I'm going to make all of my thumbnails from now on in messages. Crypto? NFTs? What we doing? What else could be new in Wallet? This is helpful. If you're ordering something age restricted online, very handy. Indeed, who needs Photoshop? That's pretty cool. That's basically hotels, Airbnb, all that sort of stuff sorted with this sharing keys. Walt Disney World. What if Apple bought Disney? Oh, yep. We knew this was coming. This is massive, by the way. This is just killing Square, all the ones that just produce their own physical stuff. Apple Pay Later. That's not bad. Tim, it just means you're at the wrong bank. Evan Rogers, we have to sit through hours of software updates and then get no hardware, I fear. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but what's the store down for then? What's the store down for, Evan? And anyway, these are good, because we all get these. We all get the software updates. This is great as well. Order tracking just added into Apple Pay. Pretty impressed with that. If iOS is going to take 25 minutes, then I expect iPadOS and macOS to take a combined 40. I reckon maybe about the same again, because there's not going to be that much more for iPadOS. macOS will get a bit. Watch TV, not so much. Oh, if only you'd walked out and everyone was standing there. The store is down for a new colour of the Apple cleaning cloth. If it is, I'm getting in there first because I'm not missing out on it again. I can already use Apple Pay Later for the MacBook Pro later this evening. I don't know, maybe. Craig is secretly James Bond. I would be down with him being the next James Bond. Those maps look amazing, let's be honest. Yes, it does. Hey, Meg. Is it just me or does the video look even crisper this year? Apple Maps look like Apple is slowly creating a metaverse. That's not a bad shout, my friend. I'll be really upset if they introduce a notebook that performs 2.4 times faster than what I just got. Junior C, what did you get? What have you got right now? That's really cool. Nice. Yeah, multi-stops is cool. Keith, yeah, someone's got to collect all those ballot boxes. This is really impressive stuff with integrating the photography stuff. Tim, change banks. Change banks. Junior C, you're not going to be outpaced for a little while yet with a 16-inch M1 Max. How did Craig get changed that quickly? I'm impressed. I wonder if they're going to do a sports day for all these developers today. They all get a sports kit. Because that looks awesome. Evan, I wonder if we're going to see your Sunday ticket. Yeah, I knew you were going to be asking me about that. Here you go, Evan. Oh. Oh. Yeah, Craig is just epic, isn't he? Megan, like, my dad's cool, but I wouldn't mind if Craig was my dad. Evan. Yeah, I get to see free sports stuff that I don't care about. Woo! That is sports. No more sports for you, Evan. We use a lot of family sharing here. Somebody keep an eye on Evan. So some new controls on family sharing, that's good. This was a pain, I must say. Cat wants feeding? Right now? Honestly, if my kids want feeding right now, they're going to have to wait. This is cool. We don't restrict our kids' screen time because they restrict it for themselves. They actually do stuff that's not on their iPads, and then they'll hang out on them. And they do pretty educational stuff, so I'm down. That's all useful. I like that. Don't you wash your mouth out, Sammy Buka. No. I like this idea. How do you decide? Stories is down. I've already got a huge polishing cloth over here. Look at this bad boy. Whoop! Massive. Shared photo library seems pretty cool. You can take the pictures to the shared library. That's good. I like this. This is good. That's very clever. Some people are going to get in trouble when they take photos of stuff that they're not supposed to be showing their family members. Cool. This is good. This is all good. What the rest of my family won't want is every episode of iCave Dave with the unedited versions sitting there on their devices. And if it's not going to do that, then brilliant. This is the last part of iOS. This is good. This is very good. Especially alongside all the AirTag stuff. Yeah, absolutely. This is all dub. This is all iOS, but remember, dub tends to be around 2 hours, so this is a much longer event than normal. A director's cut Blu-ray, yes. This is very good. Yeah, absolutely most of this will be into iPadOS, but it won't need to be touched on again. It'll be in addition to all the stuff we've announced for. And then they can just pick up on the main stuff. Love the look of the icon for iOS 16 and the fact that it animates. Okay, let's go. HomeKit and stuff. And here it is, Apple Car. Oh no. Yep, that's exactly what it's for. Good. I need this help. I'm terrible at smart home stuff. Is this going to be matter or thread? That's the one. This all is good. I do want to get smart home stuff on the go, but it's just been difficult to understand where to start. It's really tricky. That's what we need. This will give him a little push, Evan, if this is what's going on. Yeah, Don, this is probably going to be a couple of hours. Normally 2 hours. Matter sounds like meta, only because people in America say meta wrong. They also use the wrong units for temperature. Celsius, much more useful. This does look cool. I think last year it was an hour 40 for WWDC, and that's when we were expecting to get the MacBook Pros, and they weren't there. That's cool. Get it on the lock screen as well. Looks really good. Home on the Mac is that new? Have we had Home on the Mac before? Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, it exists. I've just never used it. Junior C, if there's a headset, it will probably be Apple's. It'll be Apple's own hardware. They won't outsource it. It won't be branded with anyone else. I would love to have a CarPlay car for more than a week. Are we going to get more apps? This is interesting. If this is a sneak peek, this is like not rolling out for a while. Oh, it takes over the whole digital dash? Wow. That is completely new. This must be some of the stuff that the Cars team had been looking at. But dear God, it looks so much better. I mean, that looks so much better than any car I've ever been in. This looks like a Mercedes style at the minute. They're the ones that I've seen with the big wraparound screens. Looks so much better. They won't be as in-depth on the other platforms, to be fair, because most of the new stuff that they would add to Watch would probably be services-based. Most of the stuff that would be, you know... Don, you haven't started your YouTube channel yet. Once you've got your YouTube channel up and running, you're going to be swimming in money like the rest of us. That's why I don't have a car right now. This looks amazing. This looks incredible. When's this coming? Late next year. I don't need to rush to buy a car. Well, we got to the end of iOS 16 after 42 minutes. A lot of the other stuff will be kind of touching on stuff that's bringing across to both. Stephen, night vision, it'll have a dark mode exactly like it does right now. It should be absolutely fine. Further down the road, yeah. Personalized spatial audio. Woo! More emojis. We're in. That's all I've been looking after. That's all I've been looking for. Let's go to Apple Watch, not to iPad. I wonder if that's because we have new hardware for the iPad. Maybe we've got an M2 iPad coming. Just saying. Kevin, the least sporty looking man in a sports centre. Does he have a cold? Evan, calm yourself. That is pretty awesome. So we have got updates to all the old displays, all of the old ones. Oh, that's fun. That looks nice. Cool. There's also no reason to say that it can only be up to 2 hours. It could be longer. But yeah, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don, you need to not just learn how to use all these iOS features. You need to teach people. You're a teacher, right? There's your channel. See how quick WatchOS was, Tim and Evan. That's the one. So this is fitness. I've heard of this running. Stephen, they always do show the time. We're all good. The longer we get before iPadOS and macOS begin, the less chance of hardware. Not necessarily, because if there's new Macs, they will probably mix it in with when they're talking about macOS, and the same with iPads. And there's every chance that we could get M2 iPad Pros. Why not? But also pro pro apps for iPad. That would be cool. Running as a hoax, you don't believe in it? It's just, yeah, it doesn't exist. It's fair enough. So this is actually going to coach you to be better at running as opposed to just how much you've run. This is cool. On the subject of this, I need to do a lot of calories today. I'm on a streak, but 370 today. That's not looking good. And 6 minutes of activity. That's dub day for you. We're gonna fill the rings. Speed ladder? Okay. Fake jogging. I don't run. I can't run. Running's the one thing that I struggle with. I've done like a 5K with no training and that hurt, but I tend to do other stuff. But I'm trying to be more active. I tend to walk a lot. That's pretty cool. Stephen, welcome. Don't you worry about being late, my friend. You missed 42 minutes of iOS. It does pretty good. Now we're just about finishing Watch. No hardware announcements yet, Stephen. Don't you listen to Evan as well? He's been very skeptical. This does look cool. They are really improving what you can track with Apple Watch. I'm assuming this is going to be from Apple Watch SE 4 onwards, and hopefully they're going to murder in cold blood the Apple Watch Series 3 this year, because that thing, I think they have to carve it out of stone at this point. You do have to run if you have an Apple, if you have an iPhone. Evan, don't make me kick you from the chat. We're going to have a falling out. I've already fallen out with Tim over cricket. Sleep. Here we go. We knew sleep tracking was coming. That looks like a lovely apartment. They need some furniture, though. Kind of want this. Polysomnography. Absolutely. So is Apple Watch going from the worst sleep tracker to the best in the world, like with a software update? This is pretty impressive. Sharon, you're right. This is the point. We're getting a whole bunch of stuff here that we can pick up on. But Armin, all of this stuff is stuff that they can tap into for their own apps. That's the whole point of this. So yes, it's a developers conference, but all of the stuff that they're showing now is the new features that are built in. Therefore, there'll be APIs that the developers can tap into, I guess. But it's also a dev conference that is advertised to regular consumers online, for weeks ahead. So Dave, which hardware today am I most excited to see? MacBook Air. MacBook Air. I'm getting my MacBook Air. You know I'm getting my MacBook Air. Stop trying to fight me. And also, thank you guys. There's like 37 of you guys just hanging out with me while we just watch TV. It's nice. I like this. It's like being on SharePlay. Remember SharePlay? Here we go. Oh, what's next? Okay, we got more. We got more. Oh, this is one that we expected. So this one will tell you. Oh, Apple got the AFib FDA approval this morning. Is that real? Did that happen? Timing is good. iTech Hand, I'm good at sleeping. My bed has a better sleep app than Apple. It did. Now you have the best one ever. I'm terrible at remembering stuff like this as well. I don't have to take prescription meds at any point at the moment, which is nice. However, for my son, yeah, we had to for quite some time, so that was something that would have been very, very helpful. Oh dear, it's all about data capture or Apple the new Google. No, Stephen, because everything stays on your devices. It doesn't go to Apple. Keeping fingers crossed for blood sugar measuring. That won't be until we get hardware, if they can do it. But I assure you it will not be accurate enough to do medication from blood sugar, for like blood glucose. It will be almost certainly like trends over time and maybe some fitness stuff built into it, like how your body reacts to it. It'll be health oriented, but not anything else. Has Apple Track just pushing some stuff? No, it is M2. M2 is coming, but my thing's behind. What's going on? M2's just been announced. It's on. The guys that are there live are seeing this earlier than us. Guys, M2 is coming. M2 is just. A whole bunch of people have just shown M2 on the stage, taken photos of it. It's happening. We've got some hardware, guys. Evan, chill. This is why I have Twitter open. Sorry, spoilers. So, hardware then. Mac, not Mac OS. What's new with Mac? M2. Oh, she was just in the way on her way to work. Sorry, you guys. M2, like birds, isn't real. Because they are there, Don. They are actually at Apple Park. That's why they're seeing it first, because they're physically there. M2. And it's on the white background, like we'd seen a few people do. Okay, this is exciting. To Johnny. Oh, Johnny Saruji. I thought Johnny Ive was back for a minute. Right, let's see what we get. So it's a little bit bigger. They've squeezed some more something in there. This is A15. Welcome to A15X. Stephen, or iPad is going to get M2. "24 gigs of unified memory on M2. That's more, isn't it? So are we going 12 and 24 as the options instead of 8 and 16? They'll be back to macOS, don't worry. It's what can you do? That's a decent chunk of improvement. Ten cores. Oh no. Compared to. I'll take it. The 12-core chip is an i7 1260p with 16 gigs of memory. It's an Intel Evo. 10 GPUs. This is what we expected. Exactly what we expected. Is it going to be about 50% faster? Okay. Okay. 35% faster. We'll take it. We'll take it. M2 iPad Pro, baby. Clarified the graph. These Sambuca, the graphs have always been this clear. It's just that they make it very small little words at the bottom that tells you which chips they're comparing to. Oh. And ProRes decoders on M2, baby. Let's go. 12 and 24 gig configurations for the cheapest MacBooks. That might be why we get our price increase. Let's see it in a MacBook Air, shall we? Yes, new MacBook Air is coming. Let's go. Here we go. Get excited, kids. matte black MacBook Air. So I had to have a quiet private moment. That's matte black, isn't it? Matte black. Not the colours, but okay. Sure does. Thicker lid. I am here. I'm very here. I'm also looking after a couple of kids, so. I'm very pleased with this. I did say Starlight, didn't I? I did say Starlight. Starlight and Midnight. I'm down with this. Black bezels, though. Black bezels. Is that on all of them? We shall see. $1080p? Mm-hmm. I'm very pleased with this. No, it has got a notch. It has got a notch. Just that they turned off a strip across the top. Dislike the headphone jack on the right. Why? Very strange. 1200? Is that what we're thinking? I have a feeling we might only see the one MacBook today. I don't know if we're going to see the Mini. Just from the way they introduced it then. If you haven't upgraded to Apple Silicon yet, like, come on. Yeah, it definitely has a notch done. We saw that right at the start. I'm down with this design. I think it was meant for spring as well, John. I agree with you. But it's here now. Let's take it. People are saying, please, please, please let it be under 1,000. I do think it's going to be slightly more expensive. Spatial audio? Oh, here we go. Little lifestyle video, that would be nice. But how much is it, please? 1100, is that right? Someone just said 1100. I mean, I think it looks beautiful, I've got to say. Oh, this is some of the worst green screen I've ever seen in my life, though. Have we got any confirmation, or is everyone just guessing on the pricing right now? And when is it available? MacBook Air, $11.99, I think. And the touch bar is staying on the MacBook Pro. The 13-inch MacBook Pro is staying. I've just got to sort something out for the kids. Be right back. I didn't go far. I just had to get some cookies for the kids. Mini would be great. They're still calling it Pro. No. It's got a worse display. It's got... I don't understand the MacBook Pro M2. Don't get it. There we go. MacBook Air it is. $11.99 for MacBook Air. $10.99 education. Who do I know in education? People at work. Okay. And when did they say? When do they go on sale? Next month? Oh. Not Mammoth. Ooh, sorry, knocked the mic. No Mac Pro yet. That could be one more thing, Evan. It ain't going on sale today anyway. See what we get. Not mammoth. We need Ace Ventura pictures. Sorry guys, I'm photoshopping. Stage Manager. Will this come to iPad? This Stage Manager, this is what will come to iPad. Almost guarantee it. Stage Manager looks really cool. Final Cut projects. Is that going to come to the iPad too? What are we thinking about Stage Manager then? I'm just going to have a quick look at these. Spotlight improvements look good. Probably means the Mini 2. I think the Mini will get an update. Can you get the Air with 24 gigs? Yeah. Oh, what did I just tweet? Yeah, I think iPadOS will probably be next, and I think it's going to grab a lot of these Mac features. That's probably why it's waited till the end. I think Mac Mini will come out with a Mac Pro Rod Tech. That'd surprise me. I think they'll probably put this out a little bit quicker. Who's going to have the Ventura wallpapers on their Macs by the end of today? Hands up in the chat. Don't think there'll be more Macs. Probably not. I don't think we'll get the Mac Mini today, but they might just drop it pretty soon afterwards. We'll see. What are the RAM options on the M2 Air? I think it's 12 and 24 would be my best guess, Michael. I would guess they'll just do the two options again, so 12 and 24, probably. This is nice, shared tabs if you're doing collaborative working. I like that. I mean, they won't drop the prices on memory upgrades. That's how they do well, I think. This is interesting. The new passkeys. So this is basically moving away from passwords within. This is all really good. Rod Tech. 256 hard drive will probably still be the starting point. Yeah. FIDO Alliance, this is basically moving away from passwords at all to just pass keys. Gaming. Hello. Patton the Apple Gamer has just turned up as Apple starts about gaming. Well, this is a surprise. This is why we have M1 in the iPads, I think. Let's see what's going on with this gaming stuff. New software metal stuff for gaming. Let's see what's happening. John Malkin, where's Tim? He doesn't need to be there. It's a software developers conference. Therefore, it's all about Craig. Metal 3. So this is like DCSS for the Mac. No Man's Sky coming to the Mac. That's pretty cool. Matt's $79 at. These games look pretty awesome, I'm gonna say. Apple releases their version of DSSL. Yeah, absolutely. Is it just me, or does that look kind of stuttery? It's awkward, isn't it? Interested to see what this sort of stuff will look like on MacBook Air as well. See in one moment. Yes, the Mac Pro still has touch bars. MacBook Pros. There's a lot to get through on this. Once we get into breaking it all down later, we're going to have a busy week. High quality textures, geometry. This looks really nice, these games. That looks ray traced to me. Gotta say, looks ray traced. Look. Thanks, T. Stephen, what are you underwhelmed by? That seems really good. I like this. You're going to be able to use your iPhone as the camera for your Mac. I predicted this a year ago, just to be clear. And if you're able to do this just with your Mac as well, for general This is so much better. Evan, this is literally what I predicted a year ago. This is a very good thing. Rodtech, why have a notch? Because you still have got a camera built in, because you might want to use that as well. You don't have to do it together, but you've got the option. Desk view, what's this? Okay, that's bonkers. Evan, thanks so much for the super chat, buddy. Can't wait to keep talking about this on the next view. Okay, yeah, I'm not keen on the mounts that they've got, but still. I mean, they obviously watch my videos and they picked up on that, but the desk view, basically just using the ultra wide camera to pick those bits up, pretty impressive. We've got to be going to iPad now, and I'm sure they're bringing a lot of these ideas over. Oh, look at him run. This is fantastic. The fact they've saved this till last? They haven't mentioned Apple TV yet. Are they going to give us multiple users? Please, multiple users would be really good. That would be a really nice addition. Is this light running low? Yeah, this light is basically out of battery. Just going to charge that. It's going to be interesting. Oh, weather on iPad, finally. This is genius. Who knew that people wanted a weather app for the iPad? No way of knowing before now. Ooh. No mention of multitasking yet. That's the one thing they're not doing. They're just going to leave it as it was. I still don't think we're going to get anything like Dex. Yeah, no calculator still. Crazy. So this is nice. Like, I've used the collaboration stuff before for pages and numbers specifically. We've done a lot of like rotoring for the bar on there. But this is cool. Just integrating it a little bit more. I'll be right back, guys. Just got to run out for 1 sec. Sorry, I was just getting one of the kids ready for bed. Okay, gaming. Are we gonna see something to hold on the game with the controllers? Are we gonna do that? Let's see what we got. Metal 3, obviously. I don't think we're going to see Freeform replacing notes. I think it's an extra. Anyone think that we're not getting new multitasking for iPads? Awkward. Final Cut. Are we going to get Final Cut? What do we think? Files. Nothing there about formatting external drives. Be right back. And back. This is impressive. Reference mode is good. Rodtech, they ain't gonna do anything like GeForce now. They don't have the games to support that. This is an actually pro feature, which is good though. Oh, this could be the multitasking stuff. Here we go. Windowed stuff on iPad. Here we go. It's actually happening, guys. Okay, this is a thing. This is an actual thing now. This is what everyone wanted. That's what I said earlier, Stage Manager. There you go. There you go. Up to 8 apps on screen at once. Full external display support. You can all be happy and be quiet now. Evan's missed out on the bit that he wanted. So this is all cool. Nothing wrong with this. This is what everyone wanted. Are you all happy? Are you all happy? You've now basically got Mac on an iPad. We will see what happens if this actually makes people happy or not. Definitely makes people happy here. But the external display is the whole thing going to allow you to do it now? Just got the sound off for that one. So it looks like Stage Manager is a thing, guys. So that's a big one. We like this. Shouting children call once again. Back to Tim. Are you all happy now? Is there going to be one more thing? I don't think there is. So we're not getting Reality OS. No, not yet. Public betas next month. No AR, no Xcode. Individual apps, maybe not. You know, we might see some of the Xcode stuff later. Tim doesn't usually do one more thing. They do it occasionally. But it doesn't look like we're getting it today. But hey, I think we got some good stuff. Let's have a look at apple.com. EU up. No, that's not what I wanted at all. So we've got platform State of the Union later. I wonder how people have received it there. I don't think we've seen anything on the devs on site yet. Is the store back up yet? Let's see. Oh, John Malkin, thank you so much. Apple Store is back up. Mac, let's have a quick look. Oh, and they've changed the layout. Oh my. MacBook Air with M1, M2. Oh, they've very much changed the layout all of a sudden. interesting. John Malkin, thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. That will go into the fund for the Air. So the Air was the real hardware positive. Absolutely. Very confused why there is still, in fact, the MacBook Pro with M2 inside it. That's just odd. But let's see. What are we looking at? $11.99. That's 8 cores. Oh, it is still 8 gigs unified memory to start with. Okay. So let's have a look at what the choices are on this. So this is M2. Starts with let's see, 8-core CPU, 8-core GPU. So there is a binned version with an 8-core GPU, 16-core neural engine, and then to go up to the 10-core GPU is $100. That makes sense. And then your options on memory are 8, 16, and 24, and it is $200 per level. So if you want 24 gigs of unified memory, you're talking an extra $400. Let's have a look. Oh, see, I'm not on the UK one. That's a bit annoying. UK. See if the site. Yep, that still works. Cool. So we are talking. Starting price is. Yeah, £12.49 in the UK. It's an extra £50 compared to the US price. That's annoying. But okay, I understand it. But let's see. We can't do an add to bag at the minute. Can't do a pickup. But hello. Oh, okay. Well, you can just go and sit down, mate. It's okay. You can sit on your couch. You can sit in your den. That's all right. That was little Ted, just so you know. But yeah, £200 to upgrade, $200 for the storage bumps. It's expensive still. It's kind of annoying, but yeah. 30-watt USB-C. Oh yeah, but you do get MagSafe on it. But yeah, these things are good. So we can price it all out. Can't colors. The midnight looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. I would have actually. I think I would have preferred the white bezels, but that's not what we get. That's not what we get. WWDC makes me wonder if the Mac Mini is a dead product. Absolutely not. It's just there was no reason for it. So Evan, we got. I can't remember when you went. MacBook Air we got. That's up on the site now. It's $11.99. iPad's got multitasking. This is us, I guess, me doing the overview. Let's have a quick look. When did you go? Let's see. We did miss you. It's easy enough to find it because there we go. So yeah, we didn't have one more thing. We did have the iPad now gets weather. So I mean that's the biggest thing that Evan missed, I think. There was all of the stuff about gaming, or we've got no shipping date on this. I think we'll probably get Mac Minis in October. There was no preview of the Mac Pro, which we thought would have happened. The MacBook Pro went up £100. Oh my, hang on, let's have a quick look. We're on the UK store here, just to be clear. Have they adjusted other pricing as well? No, from $6.99 on the Mac Mini. I feel like this is an inflation-y thing that we're having problems with here. So yeah, MacBook Pro 13 inch has now gone up to $13.49. It looks like they're not keeping around the M1 for these. Oh, no. Hang on. Oh, M1 Pro. Okay. Confusion. Don't worry. Yeah, so you can't get an M1 version of the MacBook Pro anymore. You can get the M2 version. You can get an M1 MacBook Air. But yeah, I think... Let's have a quick look as well here. So let's... If we were to pick... The M2 MacBook Pro, do they still come in the same colours? They've not changed those? No. So you can now get the 8, 16 or 24 gig versions of those in terms of the memory. The 13 inch has still got the touch bar. We don't really know why. Evan Rogers, that's our Brexit tax. Yeah, absolutely. We spent all of the money that we would have otherwise had on cupcakes over the Jubilee weekend, basically. So yeah, I think this is it's a bit annoying that the MacBook Airs are actually more expensive in the UK now, even more. We already knew that we were getting shafted, basically. But that's okay. So, pricing on the MacBook Air. Oh, have we got an available from date? Available next month. So there's no actual dates on there, but we will keep you up to date on that. But yes, £249 for the MacBook Air, and that is with a binned 8-core GPU. So it is going to still be faster than the 7-core version, and it's going to be quicker in multi-core scores, all of that good stuff. But yeah, this is kind of the highlight. I do like that the MagSafe cables come in the right colours for the for pairing. So M2, yeah, we've got Midnight, Starlight, Space Grey, Silver. I mean, Midnight's got to be the game, right? Starlight, I did say when they said, oh, it's going to be a bit kind of champagne-y looking, I said, that sounds like Starlight, so we were right on that. And when they said a dark blue, I didn't think they meant Midnight, but that makes a lot more sense now. Evan Rogers, what are the RAM splits? It is 8 gig starting, 12 gig, 8 gig, 16 gig, and 24 gig. You basically go up in 8 gig steps. Yeah. Which is kind of, I guess, what we were expecting. I was hoping it was going to start at 12 and then go up. I think I could probably still manage with 8, if I'm honest, on a MacBook Air. So that might be the game for me. Go for the base MacBook Air. The plan is the Mac Mini becomes like a home server almost for my files. So that's going to have all of my external drives plugged into it on file sharing around the house, so that I can kind of network attach all of that stuff. Evan Rogers, no DeX mode. What a fail. No, not no DeX mode. What do you mean? When you use an external monitor now with the iPad, you do get windowed multitasking, which is exactly what you were hoping for. Just not for iOS. So that's kind of where we are with that. Yeah. I think they've done okay. I think this was a pretty good event. Anyone got any particular questions here? 80.
I don't know how to write Paw Patrol Rescue Plan.
I can do that. Paw Patrol.
Rescue one.
Is it the Air and Sea one you wanted?
No.
Which one?
Yeah.
That one. Okay. Cool. Sometimes we have to sort out Paw Patrol on iPads. That's part of my job. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy. I think the new MacBook Air looks pretty awesome. We didn't get the white bezels, so a lot of people are going to be much happier with that. Not necessarily me. I was quite happy with the idea of having white bezels, and I think they would have looked more newer. But I kind of like it. Are the new window resizing features going to be available on non-M1 iPads? No, they're not. They said very specifically that the window resizing and basically using stage something. What was it called? Stage thing. Yeah. They said very clearly that is specifically for the M1 and above newer ones. Hayden Mowbray, do you think the multi-windowing for iPad will be restricted to M1 ones only? Yeah. M1 and above, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get M2 iPad Pros this September, October time. I think that's likely to happen. I think we will. Is the Mac Pro dead? I mean, I feel like the Studio is pretty much like the in-betweener. Maybe we're gonna have another thing next one. Stage Manager, yeah, let's call it that. Stage Manager, it could be called that. Cool. Stage Manager, we have confirmation. Good. Thank you very much. We did get hardware. We did get M2, which is the big thing that we were hoping to get. I'm really glad that we've got M2. At least we're onto that path now. Very confused at why the M2 MacBook Pro 13-inch still exists in its current form, and the price has in fact gone up, whereas I thought they might take away the... touch bar, which they didn't, and bring the price down, which they didn't. We didn't get macOS Mammoth. We got macOS Ace Ventura. macOS Ace Ventura, so that's good. What about the M1 iPad Air, yes, that gets all the good stuff. Sonia Bagachi, no Final Cut, Xcode, Logic Pro, the iPad disappointed again. Those wouldn't be announced at WWDC, probably. They would be announced once once that version of iOS, that version of iPadOS is actually out and about. So that could well be when they actually launch it properly in September. That would make more sense, in fact. Stephen Cooper, has anyone managed to order? No, because they don't go on sale until next month, it said, or at least they're not shipping until next month. So it could be the end of June that they actually take the orders. Now, we had heard that there were potential delays in terms of production because of the lockdowns in Shanghai, in Shenzhen. Was it Shenzhen? I'm not sure where the lockdowns were, but in China. So that is probably why we've got that pushed off a little bit. That's a dead easy thing for them to do. But yeah, Sona, I think Final Cut Pro, Logic, Xcode, that would all come out September once they actually announce stuff. WatchOS 9 is not going to be on the Watch version 3, but they still sell the 3rd gen watch. I mean, they really need to kill that, and I'm sure if it's not going to be supported, then that will happen very soon. Megan, later friends, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next show, I guess. Peter Holman, doubt we'll ever see full Xcode, but Playgrounds will continue to expand and probably be rebranded at some point. Does it even need a new name? If they made iMovie as powerful as Final Cut on the desktop, would it matter that it was called iMovie? I guess maybe. I think the biggest issue for iPads getting the Final Cuts and Logics is bringing the plugins over and being able to have that kind of level of additional stuff going on. So that's the tricky part there. What else have we got over here? Mac Pro at the November event with M2 Extreme, possible, but I would be surprised if they were to do it in that way. Maybe the Mac Pro is, it's niche enough that it could be a press release with an introduction video like the AirPods Max. It doesn't necessarily need to be a full event, but just something that we could do. Just taking a look at prices, 10-core GPU M2 is very, very close in price to the 14-core GPU in the MacBook Pro 14-inch. Yeah, I'm not massively surprised by that. David Stevenson, totally convinced that Starlight is the running colour for MacBook Air, having just viewed the gallery. Is that the one that you like the most? I'm quite looking forward to a midnight, I think. Playgrounds just gives the wrong impressions. Yeah, I get that. If you're actually a coder and you want to do stuff, then that would make a lot of sense. Clearly, I need an M1 iPad and pen. The Air will probably do the job for you. Questions. Are there any recent rumours on large screen iMac 27 or 13-inch screens? No, I don't think they're going to do bigger iMacs. I think 24 is the iMac now. I'm pretty convinced, because they've left it this long, that if you want a bigger screen, then you go up to a Studio. The 27-inch Studio display with mini LED that we were expecting for this has been pushed to October, as far as we've heard. Now, it's possible that October release might also be when we are looking at getting the Mac Pro 2. I don't know if Apple is going to push to bigger displays now. Seems like there's been some issues in terms of production for anything bigger than 27 inches with mini LED, and even with 27-inch mini LED seems to be pretty hard too. So there we go. Need to have an M1 Pro Mac Mini. Yeah, I think it might come. I think that might... I think, to be honest, at this point, they're probably going to wait and do an M2 Pro version of the Mini, and then the M2 Max and M2 Ultra going into the Studio would be at the following event. That would be my guess. No way they press release their Ferrari Halo product. I mean, we'll see. It depends, because that's what they did with the AirPods Max, which was, a very high-end product for the AirPods range. But we'll see. Because what's the difference between a digital event and a press release? It's just whether they tell you a week ahead, really. Let's have a look what else we've got here. Not unless the Mac Pro M1 generation is an MPX card for a 2019 gen 7.1 like the Afterburner. This was what I was saying right from the start, is that, why can't they put an SoC into an MPX module and chuck it into the current ones that just grabs its power and stuff from there? It's a possibility. There's nothing to say that they can't physically do that. So yeah, it's an interesting thought. I mean, there's definitely a possibility that it could happen, but difficult one. Your guess on M2 Pro, M2 Max chips in early 2023. I think now that we've seen M2 now, we could well see M2 Pro and M2 Max in October. That would make sense, and then perhaps we get the M2 Ultra in the spring, and that becomes our cadence. We get M3 next dub, then that, I would hope that's what they do. Maybe even pull the M3 a little bit earlier, but I think that's more likely, is that we would be looking at dub for the M series, built off of the previous A series, M Pro and M Max in October time, which is what we got last year. That would be great if it's a 1-year upgrade cycle. That's what I was hoping for right from the beginning, but I think the M1 original just stretched out a little bit longer than Apple was expecting to. So what we're talking, 18 months, 19, 20 months maybe? I mean, it could be worse. It could be far worse. Sona, M2 MacBook Air or M1 Pro MacBook Pro 14-inch base one, please suggest for me. So if you want to go for the M1 Pro, you're looking at $2,000, whereas M2 MacBook Air depends what you need it for. What is your use case, Sona? So if you are heavy video editing, I would hold on and see what the reviews are like for the M2 MacBook Airs, because if they've got those media encoders in there, that's taking loads of the pressure off of the CPU and the GPU anyway. If you're using it for something more taxing, I don't know if you do 3D rendering or what you might do, that would hit your GPUs and your CPUs a bit more. So in that case, the Pro would probably be more useful. I would say the MacBook Air is probably going to have more battery life than the M1 Pro. So if you work out and about a lot, that might be helpful. But I would say for the vast majority of people, for probably 80% of people, the MacBook Air is probably the way to go with M2 inside. Beta site is still down apparently. Okay, but that are they releasing that today? They normally do it on the day, don't they? I think for the developers, we'll see. Not sure they'll give it 2 years before the M Pro Max is outed for an update. No, I'm pretty sure that the M2 Pro and M2 Max will both be within 18 months absolute tops, but hopefully quicker than that, because I think the big issues they've had is industrial design and not actually chips at this point. Hello again, T. How's that flapping about? Right, excuse me, guys. I'm going to go and sort out my son's NG tube. Do you want to come and say hi? Little Ted's here. And his little NG tube has come a little bit flappity. So we're going to go and sort that out. And yeah, I will try and get some shorter videos out. I'm gonna watch the State of the Union address later on today, and we'll update you if there's anything exciting going on there. Other than that, I am now working all day tomorrow. I was supposed to be off, but now I'm working all day, so bear with me that I'm not going to be probably doing a major video tomorrow morning, which is quite annoying. I'll try and get something or a few shorter ones recorded tonight, and then I can get those out throughout the day tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'm on a short day. Thursday, I'm now off all day, so we might get a lot of production done on Thursday. That is my hope. So thank you all so much for being here. We are going to wrap up this little stream, because I don't normally do all the way through the event. Yeah, thank you all so much for being with us. Let me go and digest what we've just seen and work out what it is, and also eat some pizza and get set up again, ready for the State of the Union. I'm not going to stream that, but I might do a reaction video to that afterwards, because I haven't really watched that one before. That's going to be interesting. But thank you all so much. Really appreciate you all being here to watch and enjoy the event with me. I'll stay for about another 10 minutes just in the live stream chat. after we wrap up the actual video. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. It's been great fun as always. Some stuff that we expected, some stuff we didn't expect, some stuff missing that we were hoping for. But thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.
That.
Yes.